Hi people, how you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It is Sandra here and I'm back again with another video from Charlie Kirk. You guys would not believe how long I've had to get into this video, and I really do not even have any explanation as to why I haven't, because this young lady tried to flash Charlie Kirk. Like, what was she thinking? What was the aim? What was the aim? Was it to get him banned on YouTube or what? Anyways, this is going to be my first time getting into this. This video has actually been making rounds and I've been very curious, but I don't know how it just happened. I just hadn't got into it. So today is that day, and I would love for you all to see this video through me because I would love to hear her points and her opinion. I bet she's very condescending, but I bet she would come in a very condescending manner, and I bet she's obnoxious. I don't know. Well, yeah, let's just get right into the video.
Proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself. Hold on. You're 30 years old. We can agree you're 30 years old, right? Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a
so
registered
I
voter.
vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here today. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Then a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
Well, no, you could see. Look how popular Trump is on your campus. How does that make you feel? That's not comedy. That is a 5-alarm fire for Kamala Harris, because she's probably going to lose Pennsylvania.
Look.
But no, I just want to be clear. Is there something wrong with talking to voters?
No, there's nothing wrong with talking
Well, that's
to
what we're
voters.
doing here today. It's an open mic.
I think that you push a dangerous agenda.
Such as?
Your stance on abortion rights, for example.
Here we go. Okay, so
let me ask a question. What is your name?
Jean.
Jean. And what is your understanding of the current Republican Party's stance on federal intervention in abortion?
Well, I know that they want to bring it back to the states, right?
So it sounds like you do know that the Republican Party's current stance on abortion is they're against a federal ban on abortion.
I do
And
understand
we're talking about
that,
a
yes.
presidential election as the
Yes.
important election that we're talking about here.
I understand that, yes.
Great. So, again, I think this open dialogue is great. I think it's great you're here challenging Charlie, and I think it's great that he's willing to travel campuses across this country to talk to the next generation. We need more conversation. Now, where's the disagreement, though, on content? Because you could criticize style or why you're talking to people
Listen,
or dunk on someone personally, but where do you actually disagree with
I
the
agree
substance?
with the way that you edit content and specifically frame it so that people look bad talking to you. The way that you edit your content.
we post unedited content.
Let me just ask you one thing though, because personal insults can fly in all directions. Where is an area where you have a disagreement with the conservative movement, with Donald Trump, with Charlie Kirk, perhaps with myself? I was a presidential candidate last year. I think we need to talk about that more in the open, and the more we do, the stronger our country is going to be. We got a long line of people, but I want to hear from you one substantive area where you have an authentic disagreement, and I'd be glad to address it. I'm sure Charlie would too.
Just in anything. Political.
Relating to any political topic where you have a disagreement. Let's air it.
Okay. I disagree with some of the laws that are being pushed in Congress that are against the LGBTQ community and the trans community.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I'm going to give you my view, and then I want to hear yours.
Okay.
My view is that if you're a fully grown adult, 18 or above, you're free to live how you want, dress how you want, marry who you want if you want, if you're
Okay.
over the age of 18.
I agree.
But you are not free to indoctrinate children in schools who are not yet of the age of consent. You are not free, just as you're a 17-year-old or a 15-year-old can't get a tattoo on their own, I don't think that you should be able to go or until the age of 18. And so the lines that I draw here is that men are free to claim to be women and swim in swimming pools. You're not free to claim trophies. in a women's sports competition. You're not free to enter a women's locker room, you're not free to change a language, and you're not free to actually indoctrinate our children who are under the age of 5 in schools. Do we agree on the fact that adults should be able to live freely while still treating children differently? If so, we're on the same side of this issue.
Listen, I agree with the majority of what you said. However, I don't think that you're understanding the implications of the laws that are trying to be passed.
Look, we got a head start in the conversation. We got a long line behind you. But my only ask is, forget the personal attacks or the stylistic attacks. Focus on substance. The more we debate that, the stronger we're going to be as a country. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I don't think you're focusing on substance, though. That's the issue.
Hold on. Look, he intentionally tried to provoke substance out of you. And you said, well, I'm worried about some laws Congress should pass. I have to ask, what laws are you talking about? Can you be specific?
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous, but this is what you do. This is what you do. You take people and you put them under the spotlight, and you.
Well, hold on. I didn't ask you to come up here. You voluntarily came to the front of the line. You didn't have to do that.
You're purposely antagonizing people on campus, asking
How?
people to come up by spreading your weird agenda.
How? What agenda is that? I'm confused though.
So, Charlie, I'll say this. We'll end on this and we'll go to the next question. When I was 18, and I'm not going to blame you for this, I also took for granted a lot of the stuff that the media force-fed me, because that's what you know at the age of 18. You say there are some vague laws making their way through Congress that are hostile to trans community.
Know how?
I don't think those laws actually exist, but I don't blame you if that's what the cable media is feeding you. But let's get to the specifics, and then we're able to actually have an open dialogue. And that's one of the things I've learned over the last 20 years.
I think that the issue is we're getting our media from different sources. Both people are getting media from these skewed sources. The facts that you're presenting are not always correct.
And that's why we're here with no TV screens between us. So people who have policy-based substance.
I feel like Vivek was who she needed to interact with at this point, because as she said, I believe she's been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk's videos. For someone who really doesn't like him, who thinks he is embarrassing and childish for speaking to college students at his age, she seems to have watched a lot of his videos, obviously for the wrong reasons, but I mean, she has come across his videos. I don't know, she was talking about substance, like immediately she talked about like laws, and I knew she was obviously going to talk about like the abortion rights. I knew she was obviously going to talk about the LGBT community. Like, she was so predictable, like everything that she came to stand for, in quote, because she didn't really do like her research. Like, she really doesn't have any knowledge. She doesn't, I don't know, she is a representation of what she says that Charlie tries to portray. And it's super crazy because no one asked her to come on there, no one initiated. Like, really though, she saw it, she thought it was childish, but she still came along just to be obnoxious. And I don't know, like, this is just it's just so bizarre to me, because what was she aimed at, right? I feel like she came with a very, disrespectful, arrogant manner of approach. And obviously, you guys know Charlie, he's not like he's one to back down from such. So obviously, he matched her energy. I feel like that kind of like floored her a bit. So I really did like the fact that Vivek stepped in and she just turned like cold ice. Like, she just turned like really frozen. She was stuttering, had a lot to say. Like, I genuinely felt sorry for her, because she realized that in that moment she effed up. Okay, in that moment she realized that she shouldn't have come on stage, but just to keep face, just a pride thing, she just had to go on with it. So I'm not gonna say anything like demeaning about her, because really there's nothing demeaning about her, but like her concerns, she really fueled it, because like he says, this is what you do, you edit. Like, Charlie Kirk's videos are not edited. I mean, you watching it, you would know very well that they are not edited. I don't have so much to say, to be honest. Like, very, very weak argument, very weak fact, very weak, like, what she stands for, to be honest. Like, No. No. But nonetheless, people, I did get into this finally. Finally, I did get into this. I would want to know what you all think about this young lady here. Yeah, I would just really want to know what you all think about her and her views on like political issues. Yeah, I mean, when she talked about like the abortion rights, someone in the crowd said, "Here we go again," and immediately, like at the same time, I was like, "Oh, of course!" Like, I don't know if you guys caught that. Like, I was, of course, there was nothing else she was going to talk about if it wasn't the abortion rights. But nonetheless, we did get into this already. Said, thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope you all enjoyed something from this video. Do well to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you yet to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content as such. And upon the very next one, let us keep on staying safe and healthy. So, bye.